Have a little bit of a problem with OBS by the look of it. There we are. Hey guys, welcome back. OBS was playing up a little bit there. Hey Ethan, how are you doing, my friend? Having a good day? Ikura, thank you so much. Big shout out for your membership. I really appreciate it. Guys, the membership can cost as little as 99p. I was looking around the supermarket the other day. I couldn't find anything to buy for 99p. It helps me, it helps the channel, it motivates me so much when I see these memberships coming in. Thank you so much, Ikura. It means the world to me. Who's your team, by the way? And actually, where are you from? Is it Korea or Japan? I couldn't quite work that out. Ethan, how are you doing? Possibly my biggest, my most viewer, the viewer who watches the most, Ethan. How is your day? This is getting interesting. We have a couple of... also got problems with this. This game needs some serious overhaul. We have a couple of big games today, Huddersfield and Bournemouth. Huddersfield are in 22nd, and then we have Bournemouth away in the FA Cup. I quite fancy playing against Bournemouth. Bournemouth are actually, they're doing all right in the Prem. They're like mid-table team in the Prem. It doesn't matter, win or lose, but I think we can just go out there, enjoy ourselves, and try and win that game. Who knows what's going to happen there? Huddersfield, tough little encounter. They're actually in 22nd place. And Norwich, who are 11 points clear at the moment, they are playing Cardiff. So that's going to be a pretty big game against Cardiff. Don't forget, guys, likes help to push the videos out to other people. So leave a like on your way in or your way out. That would be so cool. Thank you so much, guys. And so far, everybody seems to be liking. That's awesome, guys. Really awesome. Who's in? Ethan and the league at the moment. Ikura seems to have gone. And thanks, guys, for coming along. And hopefully we'll have another good episode. And it'd be cool if Norwich lose today against Cardiff, because we could start closing the gap, providing we win against Huddersfield. And we should be beating Huddersfield. But the way this team finishes, who knows? Who knows? You're either going to be finishing well or we're not. And I don't know whether we're good enough. But we've certainly turned the corner a little bit last time. We were in dire straits last time. We've turned the corner. Hopefully now, there are 13 games left only. Hopefully now we'll go on a winning run. As I say, the cup doesn't bother me so much. If we beat Bournemouth, we beat Bournemouth. We're going to go out and play football against them. Not going to defend in any way. Going to enjoy ourselves out there. And if we beat them, we beat them. If we don't, we don't. And no problems at all if we don't win in the cup, because we can just focus on the league then and trying to get that second place. Just 13 games to go. And hopefully things are going to work out okay. I hope he's going to be good enough. He is in form, Ethan. He's not doing too bad, Therese Campbell. And he scored a couple of goals. His first two games were really poor. He's like 6.4, 6.3. But then the last two games, he's got 5 goals. Doesn't mean he's going to score again. Doesn't mean he's going to keep scoring. But hopefully he's going to come into a bit of form. And maybe, just maybe, we're going to win this game. Put the pressure onto Norwich. And if we do win and Norwich lose, as I suspect, knowing this game they might, then we'll close the gap to 8 points. Good evening, Craig. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you again. How is your day, Craig? So yeah, we could close the gap to 8. And then that sounds better than 11. Look at Norwich's schedule coming up. I wonder if they've had a run of easy games. Bristol City, Hull, Wigan. Yeah, they haven't had it difficult. They've now got Cardiff, Millwall away, Sunderland, QPR. I mean, they don't have the worst run in that I've ever seen, the worst second half of the season that I've ever seen. And I wouldn't be too worried about that fixture list if I was them. But you never know. It only takes a couple of slip-ups and they could be in big, big trouble. We've got to focus on Huddersfield. And looking at Huddersfield, let's have a look at their general overview. It's actually not bad for a team that's 22nd in the league. I mean, you can see straight away they're just going to sit deep. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to try and stifle us and look for that 1-0 victory. Goalkeepers are quite good. This Lee Nichols is very good in goal. Michael Hayek is quite good as a centre-back. I wonder what the reports actually say about us tackling there. Generally, they are strong and capable in the tackle. So strength is something that we need to think about. This is tackling. We don't want to be running at them. So we want to go to the tactic and just make sure that we are not running at them. And it actually might be good to just dribble less. Get the boys passing the ball instead of running at them. We don't want to get involved in a tackling game if we can possibly help it, if they are good at tackling. They are effective from through balls, which suggests their crossing is not so good. We have a look at the stats for crossing, then we probably will see that they're not the best crossers in the world. Where are they? Huddersfield. They're right down in 15th. They just have an 11% crossing completion, which means their fullbacks are probably not that dangerous. Their wingbacks are probably not that dangerous in terms of crossing. They don't have the greatest work rate. So we want to make sure that we have a team that works hard. They don't dribble very well. So maybe we should be tackling quite hard. Maybe we should be getting stuck in, but they are quite strong. So probably we'll just leave it as it is. No pace, so we probably need to play with a high line. They're not very brave and they're not very aggressive, so maybe we should be getting stuck in. So that might be something that we've got to look at, is we will get stuck in today. And I don't think I want to be playing the low block. That's a thought. I want to be actually playing to win this game. We want to dribble less, as I said, and we want to get stuck in. And we want to press them. We want to get in their face because they're not brave. They're not very aggressive as a team generally. And they don't really work hard. And that's not good. Their passing isn't great, so another reason why we should be pressing them. Crossing is very poor. So we want to be making sure that we send these wing backs outside. We want to offer them the outside. If they can't cross the ball, we have players in the middle who should be able to deal with anything they throw into the box. Yeah, Craig, we've got to keep the pressure on now. We've got to go for these games now. But on the surface, they don't really look that great. We know that they score a lot of goals, although effective, a total of 4 of 13 assists have come from through balls. Is that really that good? Oh, frog in the throat today. Is that really that good? Because where are the 9 other assists come from? I suspect from long punts over the top. And looking at how they play, they're going to sit back. They're going to play with a Catenaccio. that means they're going to sit back and just defend. And they are a poor team compared to us, yeah. And we need to attack. We need to really get at them. We want to play our game our way and get at them and just hope that we can score goals. I think, yeah, a good advanced forward in FM23, Ethan, someone with pace. I'd like him to be fairly aggressive. Good first touch and good finishing, good composure and good decision making. And also good, of course, off the ball for an advanced forward. So I think, yeah, just an advanced forward. We could even play this system with a pressing forward. Yeah, Vitinha would be awesome. I think he is probably, in FM22, he was the best pressing forward in the game. And I had him in the Newport save. I had him in my team in the Swansea save. I think he's probably the best pressing forward last year in the game. He was just awesome. And so, yeah, I think I really don't think we have much to worry about from them. We're playing well. They are not. And hopefully that should be enough for us. Just looking really to see if anything stands out. And here is something where they are way down in terms of... So they... low non-penalty expected goals and poor defending. So they defend poorly. So despite the fact... despite the fact that they play this Catenaccio, which is a defensive-based tactic, they're not a very good defending team. So I don't know why they actually do that. Defensively, a lot of their defensive actions, almost half of their defensive actions come around about their penalty area, which is not surprising for the way that they play. They have a very busy defence and it's quite leaky. Very, very busy goalkeeper who also is quite leaky. Their crosses are not accurate, as we can see. They're not very aggressive in terms of attacking, and it's not very effective. In fact, they're a poor team. And in fact, that would be a very big worry for me. Being that poor is something that I don't really like. Their last match... Where's their last... Oh, we'll have to go to the schedule. Sometimes these poor teams are harder to beat than the good teams. And look, I mean, looking at their latest form, they're shocking, quite shocking. Birmingham, who we beat last time, they actually beat them. Let's watch the goals, shall we, from their last game. Maybe cheat a little bit. What are you doing? We can't cheat, Ethan. And yeah, simple, poor defense. I missed that. What was that goal? Long punt upfield. So it looks like they're just going to kick it long. They're very deep and they're not pressing. So we need to play it out of defense, be patient. It might be a good idea to slow the tempo down if the high tempo isn't working. It's a bit too frantic in the first half. Slow the tempo down in the second half. They've got the tempo. They're just passing it around. Very slow tempo. And then a ball over the top. Yeah, interesting. So I think we even getting a little clue from the last game that they played. Again, the goalkeeper, long punt upfield. They've lost possession again. and then just playing it around. And I think that's how we have to play, and that's how we'll beat them. Team selection, I still don't know what the best team is for this Burnley team, but we've won the last 2 games now, and I don't think that we should be changing. I don't think we should be changing the team that much. Let's go and play this game. Let's go and see how we get on. He does want to actually, I don't know, he has this strange, my assistant's very strange. He wants to play Kirkin, who's just a natural left back. He's not very tall. And he wants to play him as a centre back, and he's always wanted that. It's very strange for me. He wants to play balanced and not positive, and play with a low block. Now that might be actually a good idea, playing with a low block, because they will soak up pressure. So maybe we should do that. Play with a low block. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take his advice on that. Because they are going to really compact that area of the pitch, and probably need to pull them out a little bit so we can get behind them. And opposition instructions will do exactly what we do. I'm going to take a look at their goalkeeper. Doesn't have any pace, and he has a weak left foot, and his composure isn't that great. So we want to close the goalkeeper down as much as we can and try to get him on his left foot. These guys don't look great. His left foot, I'm not going to put them on their weaker foot. I don't want them coming inside. He's actually a very good assistant manager. Hey Blob, how are you doing? He's actually not a bad assistant manager, but he just makes some very strange calls sometimes. And because I don't really know which is the strongest team for Burnley, it's very difficult to actually go against him sometimes. This Burnley team is so poor, but sometimes he makes the strangest calls. I'm pretty good, Blob. Pretty good. Having a good day. But this guy, he has a lot of pace. So maybe the thing to do with him is hard tackle him. He's not very strong. His bravery is okay, but I think we'll just hard tackle him and put him on his left foot, because he might be dangerous, because he has a lot of pace, and that maybe is why if these wing backs have a lot of pace, which he doesn't, but he might be concerned about the pace down the right. That's why he wants to play a low block. And again, not very strong. His right foot is weak. His composure is okay. Decision making is okay. But the rest of his stats, he looks like he's not a very good player. His crossing is poor. I want to put him on his right foot and close this guy down. He doesn't have any... if he doesn't have any... Oh, not him. If he doesn't have any pace, then close him down. Make sure he doesn't have time on the ball. And then if he's got a weak foot, put him onto his weak foot. And he might, if his decision-making composure isn't brilliant, he might make mistakes. Jonathan Russell, he's not a creative player. Doesn't have the greatest ball-carrying ability. His agility is poor. Has good balance, but his dribbling isn't great. No pace. So, again, we don't need to tight mark him. We'll just close him down. And just when he gets the ball, put pressure on him. And then they've got to have one creative. This is their best creative player. And he's not that creative. And he's a very average player. He's quite brave. He's decent strength. He doesn't have the much dribbling ability. And so, yeah, again, we'll just close him down for now. And that should hopefully be enough for him. Just close him down. We really don't want to put too much effort into the opposition. We need to focus most on playing our own game. He's a left winger playing on the right today, I think. So no, he's actually playing as an attacking mid. Interesting choice. He can play attacking mid. He's quite a good attacking mid. Good finishing. Decent pace. He's not very brave. He's actually not a bad little player. He has good decisions. I'm going to tight mark him. I think he might be a problem if we don't keep an eye on him. And mostly because his finishing is good. Rudoni as an attacking mid. He's a perfect candidate for a hard tackle. Doesn't concentrate very much. He doesn't anticipate bravery. No strength. Has a bit of pace because he's also a winger. It's interesting how they play their wingers as attacking mids. And he's 6'1". He might be a bit tasty in the air. I think I'm just gonna turn him onto his right foot, hard tackle him, and close him down. Oh, hard tackle him, not soft tackle him. And it was his right foot, wasn't it? Yeah, right foot. Turn him onto his right foot and just close him down. Make sure he's not taking shots. And Danny Ward getting on a bit, but still a good forward. No pace. Again, not very brave, but his finishing composure are not bad for this level. Weak right foot. Just tight mark him and turn him onto his right foot. And that should be enough for Huddersfield. We don't really need to go overboard with our instructions. Team today: Muric, Bayer, McNally, Harwood, Bellis, Kirkin. McNally's actually been playing well. He's forced his way into the team. He's just 23 years old and he has been developing nicely. He's got a good set of attributes there for a championship player. Got a bit of development that he could do. So hopefully he's come in, and Bayer, what that means is Bayer can play in what is his most natural position as a fullback on support, and he's got decent attributes for a fullback. He lacks crossing ability, so I don't want him to actually be crossing the ball all that much. So I want to actually tell him to cross less often, because he doesn't have the ability to cross the ball. Muric, give him a rest. Why would you want to play Peacock Farrell when Muric is in decent form at the moment? Interesting, you keep mentioning Peacock Farrell. Do you think he's a good goalkeeper then? Muric is in very, very good form. 7.7, 7.5 last two games, 6.8 even in the defeat before that. We'll see how Muric gets on today. Yeah, we can switch this over. That's it's great this. If we are under pressure, let's say we're under pressure down the right hand side, we can switch it over so that we have a little bit more cover on this side. It's quite simple to do. You just switch them all over. Often I have and I probably with this one will convert that to a system which is the other side. So yeah, in the Preston save, I think with Livingston, what I used to do was during the game was just switch it over. So like 30 minutes, I'd switch it over. It confuses the opposition. Maybe it's something I need to be setting up. And when you do switch over the players over, it confuses the opposition big time. But I think we're done. I think with Campbell in form, Dervis Oglu has come into the team. this week. I wasn't too impressed with the left wing. Vitinho was on the left wing last time. I wasn't too impressed with Vitinho. We're going to give him a game on the bench and see what happens. So I think we should go and play this game now. Let's go and beat Huddersfield. The team are happy with everything, team selection, etc. So everything seems to be on course. He wants to go hard when tackling on Angerin. We will check that out. He often makes these weird calls, but it's worth checking it out. Angerin, where is Angerin? Worth checking out. He has good strength. He's not very brave. Tackling obviously isn't very good. He's not very agile, but he's very strong, and I don't feel like the player in that area of the pitch is going to be Harwood Bellis. Harwood Bellis is going to be in that area of the pitch, and I'm not sure that he has... I mean, he's equally strong. If he was much stronger, I'd say yes, do it, but he's only equally as strong, so we're going to have 50-50. I'm not going to go with it. So we're going to go with this, go to the dressing room, and we're favourites for a reason. Let's get out there. Let's put pressure on Norwich, and I trust you. I have faith in you. Let's go and play this game. And that's nice. Big. Put your foot on it. That's what we want to do. Pass the ball around. Really need to control possession. Don't want any dribbling. Just want to control possession. And Kirkin, I don't really want him dribbling either. Maybe I have to tell him to dribble less. All we need to do is control possession. And that was pretty poor. But Huddersfield don't really seem to have much clue in terms of going forward. And it's been a decent start, but we need to create chances. Looking at the focus of attacks, they're going down the left. But we've had much the better of the game. 64% possession, 2 shots, 1 on target. Not enough. So let's drop a little bit of encouragement. A couple of boys were made a little bit motivated by that. But these are always difficult games. I don't like playing teams that are bottom of the league. It can so easily go wrong. And here's Campbell, Bayek, nice. Campbell, what's that? Oh, it's saved. I thought it had actually gone in them. But good football. That's the kind of football that we want to play. Everything is compacted in there. At some point it may be that we have to go a little bit wider if we're struggling to break them down. But that's a nice ball over the top. Campbell is in. Oh, Campbell, you're a man in form. You should have done better than that. Again, there's the long punt from the goalkeeper we saw earlier. McNally makes an error. But luckily, we managed to get away with that. They don't look all that fit. They look a tired team. Rudoni looked like a good striker than a winger. But I'm not too happy at the moment. 25 minutes gone. We're simply controlling the game. I think I'm going to go attacking just to... and put Kirkin on attack mode. Just to try and get more control. We're doing well down the left-hand side by the look of it. And give Kirkin a little bit more freedom to bomb it up that wing. Still 0-0. Again, it's the worry that while we create chances, we don't finish very well, this team. And again, nothing comes of it. Nice by McNally. Harwood Bellis is having a good game. Bayek's having a good game. Kirkin looks like he's having a good game down that left flank. He's just got to produce an end product. Inside Brownhill. Oh, don't shoot. Oh, it was a good shot, good save. Oh, please, Brownhill. Please do not shoot. He is on shoot less often. Ball into the box, another corner. Don't seem to score many goals from set pieces, this Burnley team. And yet we've got two very tall boys in the box there. And a couple of players who are very good at free kicks and corners. So don't seem to score a lot of goals. And they're playing all right, but we need to get more out of them. Are we giving away too many fouls? It doesn't look like it to me. We want to keep putting pressure on them. Bayek's on a yellow card. I'm not quite sure what that was all about. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's make sure Bayek doesn't get himself sent off. It's been all Burnley. And again, once again, it's that finishing problem. I think maybe in the second half, I'm going to push the lines up and put some pressure on Huddersfield. The low block isn't creating chances as I thought. They're just sitting back still. So we'll press the lines up in the second half. Nice ball over the top. Campbell's in. He's hit the post. Oh, come on, FM. Come on. I know we can't score goals. I know we're poor finishers, but you don't have to rub it in. Oh, boy. Come on, FM. This is unfair. This is Huddersfield we're playing. We're attacking. And you don't need to do this. Take off Bayek. Yeah, if we're going to get stuck in. He is having a good game, though. He's one of the two players having a good game. As Campbell is in again. Can you get a goal this time? He's hit the crossbar this time. Oh, come on, FM. This is way out of line. Way out of line. And it's because Norwich are drawing with Cardiff. That's why. And I am not happy with that performance out there. Really not happy. And we need to push the lines up now, put pressure on them. The low block, I went with the assistant, it didn't work. And we need to be much better. And Bayek, he's on a yellow card, but he is one of the two players who's having a decent game, McNally and Bayek. Campbell's on a 6.5, Dervisoglu's on a 6.6, and Trilinoff is on a 6.6. How can we get these players? I think maybe I'm going to put him on attack and get him running a little bit more at the defence. What I might do is take that dribble less off, take off, work into the box, and just get them hitting early crosses, try and catch them out. Working it into the box isn't working. And if we're going to criticize your team, you need to change something. And because they'll just play the same, they're only following instructions. So if you're going to criticize them, you need to change something so they play a little bit better. Bayek is getting a little bit toe in, isn't he? So maybe we need to think about taking Bayek off shortly, despite the fact that he's playing well. There's one or two players that need to buck up. Possession-wise, 67% of the possession we've had, all the chances. We just, again, can't score. Ball into the box. Oh, another chance for Campbell. He's having a nightmare today, isn't he? Might be time for him to come off. Despite the fact he's missing all these chances, though, it might only take one and he scores. And Norwich are still drawing with Cardiff. This is what this is all about. We've got to just keep an eye on this game. And, if Norwich take the lead, I dare say we'll take the lead. Twine with the free kick, and that's saved. Twine has got free kick taking, I think, of 17. He hasn't actually scored from a free kick in the entire save. I think the game is just being cruel because it knows we're poor finishers, and it's just being really cruel, and it's not allowing us to finish. And we are going to take Campbell off. He's deteriorating, and we'll put Teller on up front. It's the only other option that I've got. And see how Teller gets on. We are absolutely dominating the game. The only other thing that I can think of to do is to go a little bit wider. There's nothing else I can think of to do. And maybe run at them a little bit more. They're dog tired. Oh, and another chance. This game is just being extremely cruel. And it's not like I'm not changing things. I'm trying to change things up, mix things up. Let's get some of these players off. Kirkin looked like he was having a good game. He's only on a 6.7. We'll change the wing backs. Bayer can't come off because I've only got Kevin Long who can play as an emergency. Bayek, he's having a good game but probably needs to come off. We'll put Westwood here. And Dervisoglu's having a poor game. Let's bring Vitinho on there. Oh boy, how bad is this? And then Scott Twine. There's nothing I can do really about Scott Twine. Brownhill could go up and play here. Can Cherlanoff play as an attacking mid? No. No, he can't. So we'll put Brownhill up there and then bring Cullen on. It's all I can think of to do. And then we'll shout at them. Absolutely terrible. It's now Norwich are still drawing. That's what this is all about. Norwich are drawing with Cardiff. The game is just making sure that I don't win this game. And oh, what can I do? What can I do? Let's run at them. Let's try something else. Let's run at them. Let's shout at them. Demand more. This is really poor. Really, really poor. Oh, and there we have the injury. Just when I've made all my substitutions. Fantastic. So now we don't have another substitution we can make now. I'm not going to come off attacking. We have to go for it, even with 10 men. We are fitter than they are. Their goalkeeper is having a stormer. But this is poor. Absolutely poor. And let's berate them. Dreadful. Brownhill with the free kick this time. Ricochets off the wall, goes for a corner. It's just like, so this game is so frustrating. We've had 17 opportunities. We've hammered them, basically. And the game's just telling me what a rubbish team you are at finishing. Looking for the counter-attack there. Come on, boys. Do I have to go? Can I go very attacking with 10 men? I'll try anything. This is really poor. I mean, of course, it's also a chance. Oh, come on. Come on, FM. It's also the curse of FM when you actually save the game when you're doing well, leave the game and come back, and then it rolls the dice again, and you come back and it's not going so well. The curse of FM, you're right, Ethan. There is a conspiracy theory that is the case. And, oh, is this going to be the winner for Huddersfield, I wonder? Come on, somebody do something. Vitinho's been robbed. but he's won it back. I'm going to go very attacking for the last... let's put wing backs on support, on attack. And let's go and put Brownhill. Oh, see? It's just winding me up. Game's winding me up. Centre mid on attack now. It's just absolutely winding me up. There's no reason, or rhyme or reason for this, except that Norwich are drawing at Cardiff. And it wants Norwich to win the title, so we're not allowed to win this one. But we are in, and it's fired it over the crossbar. I don't believe it. That was a great chance. That was a chance and a half. Well, 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 well. I think they're going to have an absolute blazing, because we've got a tough game coming up next. And this looks like it's going to be a disastrous episode. And I wonder, is it the curse of FM? I'm going to win 2, lose 2, win 2, lose 2. Is that what's going to go on here? 0-0. Absolutely dreadful. Yeah, he wants me to tell them you were unlucky today. I'm going to throw the water bottle. Absolutely dreadful they were. Absolutely dreadful. And Norwich actually won, so Norwich pretty much now have won the title. They are 13 points clear now. The race, it's just now all about second. Cherlanov is injured now. He's out. He's out for God knows how long, 5 weeks. It just gets worse and worse. Yeah, I agree with you, Ethan. I took this Burnley save because I thought this was going to be a really easy stroll to the title. What I didn't factor in was that they can't finish, and the game is just taking the mick. It's just like it's saying you are the worst finishing team in the league, and we're going to show you that, and we're going to give you 100 chances every game, and you're not going to score. That's what it's actually saying. And then occasionally we'll let your striker score a couple of goals, but then after that you're going to have the same problem again. So it's really just taking the mick. Yeah, we know we're not great finishers, but one of those chances in real life would have gone in. And that's what this is part of the game that I don't like. And when that is happening to you, what you have to do is change something. If you're getting lots of attempts on goal and not scoring, change something, and it will generally should work out. But it's not working out, and that makes me wonder, because I think I changed things 4 times in that game and nothing mattered. Nothing seemed to make a difference. And okay, yeah, we're not great finishers, but in real life that would not happen. And it's kind of sad, really. The game has got to this level. I don't think they've put any effort into it last year, because they wanted to get it out for PlayStation, and all the effort that they put on the game was on PlayStation. So hopefully they're going to address some issues this year. Otherwise, people are just going to stop buying it. Bournemouth. I'd probably go away to Bournemouth and win this one now, and our forwards will be in spanking form. Let's think about Bournemouth. I'm not going to play positive. I'm going to play in a balanced way against Bournemouth. Kirkin is cup tied, is he? So Maatsen will have to play. Cherlanov is injured. So who have I got on the right? It will have to be Brownhill on the right. And then we'll have to put Westwood or Cullen in midfield. Those are the only options that I've got. Zauri. Shall I play Zauri? Dervisoglu was absolutely rubbish again. I can play Zauri. I don't know. None of the players are playing very well, so I just don't know what the best team is. I have no idea because none of them play very well. It's really very, very strange save. One of the strangest saves I've ever come across. And Bastian. Shall I give Bastian a game in midfield? Yeah, why not? Let's put Bastian in for Westwood. Neither Westwood or Cullen are playing very well. So let's give... that Norwich result couldn't be any worse for us. They're now 13 points clear with 12 games to go. Ethan, the assistant. You haven't bought a new since FM. They really don't do that much to warrant. Yeah, I know. The league, it's dreadful. And the last couple of years, I just don't feel they've put any effort into it at all. FM22 wasn't bad. I had one really good save. I enjoyed FM22. It was kind of behaving itself. You're still getting things that were very strange. And there's a lot of things that annoy me. One of the things that annoys me is player communication. Like in the Benfica save, I want to be able to talk to players before a crisis happens. But you can't do that. In real life, you would go to the player knowing that a crisis is about to occur. You'd go to him before that crisis comes. But in FM, they wait until the crisis happens. And then there's nothing you can do about it. So there's a lot of stuff. Like, players in real life are not as stupid as FM make them out to be. Because according to FM, they're really stupid people. Wanting new contracts when you are in financial fair play, in a dreadful state in your financial fair play, you've got no money, and they're coming demanding and threatening for new contracts. It just doesn't happen. And you would at least be able to talk to them before they come to you, before they get upset, and say, look, we are in financial problem. Hold on. When we recover from the... when we recover. Hey, Takur, how you doing? So when we recover financially, the first thing I'll have on my mind is to improve your contracts, but just hold on. But the game doesn't do that. It makes the players look really stupid. And they're not stupid. Yeah, I agree with you, Timo. I think this year it's a poor game because they wanted to get it out on PlayStation 5. And everything they did last year was all about PlayStation 5. And what they actually introduced to the game are things that people generally don't use. I mean, the scouting center, it's a little better, but it's no better than it was before. Talking of scouting, the data hub was good in FM22. It's not been improved. Training has not been improved. I'm not even sure training makes any difference at all this year. Just let your assistant do it. I've tried so many different ways in training, and it doesn't seem to make any difference. I might be wrong on that, but I'm not very impressed with it. The big thing that was this. Well, it's no good. I can't see the value of it. I don't see it as having any value at all. Usually I just got a pen and paper, and I do it on a pen and paper, and I still do. The last FM before was 14. Yeah, I think it's changed a lot since 14. I think player movement in the 3D is a lot better. The game looks a lot better in 3D. Well, I have no idea, Timo, what that was about. I don't use it. It just doesn't make any sense. Sometimes I'll go in here and I'll just, how many right wingers have I got? How many people have I got on there? But most of this is nonsense because, like, he's not going to be around next year. He's not going to be around next year. He's not going to be around next year. And it's just total nonsense, this. And that didn't take much time for them to improve. There's a theory that it's working on really old coding, this game now, and it needs to be using much more modern coding. And it's still doing the things that it did before. Games like that against Huddersfield, who are 22nd in the league, that annoys me because they were not in that game at all. We were on a brilliant run of form. We just got into form, and there's no rhyme or reason for that. And yet, who's that now? Oh, Vitinho's out now. Oh, my good God. And injuries. They got to look at these injuries that you get. Like, you get an injury every week. Talking of scouting, I think I have a scout who doesn't have an assignment. I think I want to send him to Denmark, don't I? Yeah, let's get him out to Denmark. We don't have anybody in Scandinavia. So let's give him an assignment. And any position from this will do. And why am I not there? That's it. Okay, yeah. Transfer or loan. First team player. Potential 4-star. Let's go to 25. I want to send him to Denmark. Oh, that's handy. The first one. And I can't remember who it was now. Can you remember who it was? Second from the bottom. Good Child. Was it Good Child? Yes. Oh, and that is another big problem with the game. I got to start again. Because if you click on him, it's all gone now. And you got to start it all again. And that needs definitely tidying up. So we'll start again then. It's a Good Child. So what I have to remember is to who is the scout, then make sure he's done first. So I don't who was it? And then that's a really bad part of the game that needs we'll make that ongoing. I don't want to make them 3-star. Let's do that. And let's add work permit likely. That's it. Areas Denmark. Let's see what he comes up with. All the other scouts are doing their job, and I don't know what's available. I don't have any money at the moment. There's not much point in having a look. But I think that most of this team will be sold in the summer. If we're still here, then most of it will be sold. He wants Dervisoglu up front instead of Campbell. Campbell's been playing really well. He had a bad game last time. But why would you want to... Dervisoglu had a dreadful game. Why would I want to play him after a dreadful game? But I don't have many options on the wing. Vitinho, of course, is now injured. That means we have to bring Rodriguez back into the fold. Ashley Barnes, I've had so many fights with him. He's going to sit on the bench for the rest of his life if he doesn't leave soon. Cullen, Teller on the wing. Brownhill. I think I'd prefer to play Brownhill on the wing. Twine can continue. Twine is such a good player, but he's not playing very well. He's such a good player. And yet, he's had one good game in the last... Have a look at him. His free kick taking is 17. And he hasn't scored from a free kick. We've had loads and loads of free kicks, and he can't score from a free kick. 17 and 15 technique. And that just doesn't make any sense to me at all. I've seen people scoring regularly from free kicks with 12. And it doesn't make any sense to me. But what I might do, let's think about Twine. Let's go and have a look. Let's go to him and then go to his training. And we'll just get him on free kick taking. Just like make him work for a couple of hours after the main training on it. Oh, sometimes I don't believe this game. I just don't believe it. And this will probably be a defeat because after that last game, I was so optimistic going into tonight's episode, having 1-2 with our striker in form, scoring lots of goals. Now I feel totally pessimistic again about this game now. I mean, I don't really need to look at Bournemouth. They're a very, very good team. I think we just need to, if I go to their scout report, it's going to be an absolute nightmare. Oh, well, isn't that quite strange? They're not a very good team, but they're 11th in the Premier League. They're not very strong. They're not very good at marking. Okay, so maybe they're not as good as I'm giving them credit for. Campbell. I want him to roam. They're not good at marking, and he's already roamed from position. So I want maybe the front three to roam from position. They're not very good at marking. And maybe we'll get those guys roaming about the pitch. I know. Timo, if that's all it's going to take, that he has to do a little bit of training, I'll kick myself. Oh, Campbell can't play because he's cup-tied. That's why. So maybe we got to put Dervisoglu up there. That's why. Well, that weakens the team then. Although he's a 3.5-star player, according to my assistant. He's a very good player. His form is absolutely shocking. But maybe we do have a chance against Bournemouth. They're not the greatest team in the world. Who knows what's going to happen to them? Oh, FM, it would be nice if you would be nice to me for a change. Financially, we're okay. Expecting a defeat. Let's go to the data hub. Let's have a look at. They're under pressure. They have a lot of possession. Bournemouth's shooting is very poor. They don't shoot a lot and it's low quality. How come they're 11th in the Premier League then? Maybe they defend really well. Always good to see King. Therese Campbell was second in the Player of the Month. I mean, you can't expect him to score 3 goals every game. Okay, League, it's good to see you. Don't forget, leave a like on your way out. That'd be much appreciated. And we'll see you soon. I'm going to be doing Saturday again at 3 o'clock. So if you're not doing anything Saturday, pop in Saturday and say hello. Good to see you, League. Oh, I really don't like going into this game at the moment. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I don't like it. Cullen has let me down so many times. And Bayek has been our best player, and he doesn't like Christian Bayek. I'm just going to go with his instructions. We're not expected to win this. It probably might be a good idea not to press them. We're not the best pressing team in the world. So it might be an idea not to press them so much. Come off the counter press. And to just come down a little bit. And we won't. I do want to get stuck in, and I think we just let this. Oh, you idiot. Okay. Okay, maybe we do need to go and sort this out. I was just going to let him do it. But he has no clue, and he's quite a good assistant manager. We're not going to be pressing them. Stacey, left foot. Just put him on his left foot. I don't want to have too many instructions. And Zamora, right foot. Hard tackle him. Right foot. I don't want to be closing them down too much, especially their forwards. I know, he's just like, he's one of the strangest assistant managers. And I've had a couple, the guy I hired for Preston just wanted to hard tackle everyone. They're aggressive so-and-sos. Just like, just steady on. We'll have all these red cards. I think we can close him down. That is good passing, good visions. Maybe I'm going to type Mark Lewis Cook. Just put someone on him. And his left foot is not as strong, so turn him onto his left foot. I don't think we want to do too much with Lerma. I think we'll just close him down and left foot. Got to be careful of ball carriers like these guys. We don't want to be closing them down. We'll hard tackle him on right foot. And then two strikers, Solanke. Hopefully their finishing is dreadful. Which one is Solanke? He's going to be playing as a pressing forward. He's going to be an advanced forward or a poacher. So maybe we should type mark Solanke. Let's type mark him. He's not going to go too far from his designated position. He's good in the air. I don't know. It's tough call. But yeah, I think we need to type mark him. And Kiefer Moore, he's going to be very, very good in the air, isn't he? So maybe they're going to try and cross the ball. Actually, I'm not going to type mark either of them. We'll just put him on his left foot. Kiefer Moore. And we'll come off that type marking. I think that they're going to be playing the ball, trying to get these fullbacks to play the ball into the box. So what it might be a good idea to do is to type mark the fullbacks. That might be the way forward. And we'll just try and stop the crosses. So these fullbacks need to be on their game today. Campbell can't even be on the bench, can he? Nor Roberts. So have I got anybody? The only one I've got is Ashley Barnes to sit on the bench. Let's go and play this game. I don't feel very optimistic. I'm not going to be too upset anyway if we're out of the cup. As long as we put on a performance. Lloyd Kelly, he wants me to always press him. It's always worth checking why he wants you to do that. Lloyd Kelly. I really can't see the benefit of pressing him at all. He's a decent player. His form isn't great, but I can't see any benefit, especially as we're not going to be pressing aggressively. I can't see any benefit to it at all. It's just another thing that the players have to remember. Go and make me proud. That's what there's nothing much more you can say. You don't want to be too aggressive with them for a game like this. It's a game we're probably not going to win. As long as we don't get annihilated, I'll be happy. and we just need to keep an eye on what is going on in the game. Take out the dangers. And it looks like they are going to be passing it around. We just need to... Oh, we're playing the Manchester City kit again, are we? Yeah, just hold your shape. Don't do anything outrageously bad at this point. And there's the crossing that they want to do. Nice Muric. And we want to make sure that we stop their crosses, and they weren't tight marking the fullbacks very well then. And the wing-back got himself into acres of space. So we're going to keep an eye on Matson and our fullback this side. That's a nice ball. Zohri. Let's whip it into the box. Oh, come on, boys. Come on. Let's do better than last week. Come on. And there's a lot of highlights. Brownhill with the corner. Where's the backup here? Zohri. Nice work, Zohri. Out to Brownhill again. Bayek. What's he going to do? It's okay so far. Certainly given them a game, haven't we? But whether or not we can score a goal, who knows? Because that isn't going to do it. And we've actually had all the shots. Our XG is better. We've had most of the possession. So we're actually giving them a game at the moment. Well done, lads. Bayer's having a nice game at fullback. He doesn't look as if he's not able to do the job. Oh, Zohri with a shot. Oh, my lord. Well, we've certainly given them a game in the first 5 minutes. We have certainly given them a game. And they're not really giving us any problems at all, which is quite interesting. Nobody is giving us a single problem. I wonder if FM's decided this could be our day. Who knows? But they are coming back into the game a little bit. But just keep your shape. Keep doing what you're doing. They don't really look very threatening. Although they have had their first shot on goal. Just keep your shape, boys. Just don't do anything absolutely nuts and we'll be okay, I think. Getting a lot of space in midfield. And so I need to be cutting that kind of thing out. Oh, come on. Oh, please. What is it with FM? Again, another match we've totally dominated. I'm going to tell them to step up. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, it's been disallowed. I think we're giving them a lot of space in the middle of the pitch. So we need to step up and put pressure on the midfield. We're giving them far too much space in the middle of the pitch there. How are we playing this game? Yeah, we need to be just stepping up a little bit more, putting pressure on them. Oh, come on, Burnley. Come on, boys. We can do this. But at least we're not getting absolutely hammered, which was my big worry. They are so much coming back into the game, though. Although we're still edging it, I think. Possession-wise, Bournemouth's XG is a little better than ours now. It's an even contest. Could go either way. It's all down to FM. Ryan Christie is making a nuisance of himself. He's had 4 key passes. Who is Ryan Christie? Where is he? Oh, maybe we got to tight mark him. He's being a little bit of a nuisance. He's the only one who's actually causing us any problems. But it looks like it's going to be Bournemouth's day. It's not going to be our day. Oh, so close. Mind you, if we can get a 0-0, I'll be happy. If we can defend well, get a 0-0, I'll be happy. That's a poor pass, but well done to Maatsen. Are we playing too wide? Let's go to narrow. Let's compact things a little bit. Oh, that's terrible. Who was that? That was Brownhill. Don't dribble. Got to pass the ball around. That's nice. Bayek. See, now that's what you should be doing in that DLP role. Spraying those balls. That's nice. Brownhill. Oh, my Lord. What was that? I really can't believe how poor this team is. And I am really struggling to believe what a poor team this is. Can we have a free kick? See if Twine can score, because he's had a bit of practice. we'll press some more. Stop him putting those crosses in. Oh, it just looks so bad. Let's demand more. See if that does anything. Ball over the top. That's what I was actually worried about, but their finishing is poor. That's why I wanted them to step up. What are we doing with their centre mids? Lewis Cook. Yeah, we are closing them down, aren't we? Let's close him down as well. Just not doing a very good job of it. But it's 0-0 at the moment. Play wide. Nah, that would be suicide, because they're playing a lot of balls through the middle. And I want to compact it here, Elliot. Because they're really playing a lot of these balls through the middle. That's why I stepped up to try and put pressure on these two. Stop them playing these balls into space through the middle. I really don't want to go wide. Yeah, I absolutely agree, Timo. I can't afford to leave gaps. So we're going to play very, very narrow, very compact. And just hope we can sneak one. Somebody has a moment. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Are we ever going to score a goal again, FM? Can you just let me know, like, you're never going to score a goal again because you're so bad? It's so bad. It's so bad. You weren't that bad. You can still improve. Keep going, boys. Keep going. It's still 0-0. We haven't got battered anyway. They are a Premier League team, and they are 11th in the Premier League. I think it's been a fairly decent performance. Am I dribbling too much? Am I still on... No, it's on dribble less. They're not doing what they're told. I'm going to be more disciplined. They're still dribbling. They're not following instructions. This is what I've noticed about this Burnley team, that it doesn't follow instructions. And if you've got dribble less on, you can see them dribbling the ball up the pitch. And I don't know if it's whether or not that's a true reflection of what's going on, but they just don't seem to be following instructions. So maybe I'm just a poor match as a manager for them. And there's the goal that was coming. I knew it was going to come. And I think I should go positive and give them a game. Should simply hit early crosses. I'm willing to try anything, but nothing seems to work with this team. Let's try hit early crosses. Let's just try and get them to whip it into the box. Bayer. Let's tell him to cross more often. Matson will tell him, but it looks like we're going 2-0 down now. The opposition don't need many chances against me. Let's go to Matson and tell him cross more often. Got to try things. If you don't try things, it's never going to change. We'll take your advice on board there, Elliot. Well done, Zoe. Put your foot in. That's nice. Ooh, little back heel there. Bastian. Oh, what a terrible pass. Oh, Dervisoglu has made it 1-1. We have scored a goal in this episode. Well done, Dervisoglu. I wonder if it was because we weren't being positive enough. Get in there. Absolutely awesome. Oh, my goodness me. My goodness me. We have scored a goal. Dervisoglu, he's been asleep most of the game. Bayek should come off, apparently. We do need to make some changes very soon. Oh, we've certainly been as good as Burnley. We've certainly given them a game. Our XG isn't that great. So Dervisoglu's goal was obviously a very good goal because it wasn't a high XG chance. Oh, who was that? Who was that? Bastian. We've got to stop these crosses. I've told them to tight mark these boys. We have to stop those. Demand more. We can win this. Time to make some changes, I think. There's probably players not playing very well. Bayer's not having a great game. Do I have anybody who can play right back? Yeah, let's bring Loughton on. Matson's having a nightmare, but I don't have anyone who can play in that left back role. Vitinha can't play today, so he has to carry on. Brownhill is having a poor game. Let's bring Taylor on. These guys are like Brownhill. They want to leave the club, so I guess the game is also telling me they're not going to play very well. He's frustrated. So you don't like the feedback, we'll take you off then. And who's that? Matson. Defensively, we're saying Scott Twine is awful again. He's someone that let's try Rodriguez. Why not? He might have a decent game. Let's try him out. He wants me to get Bayek off because of his yellow card, but we're not probably going to get through to the next round, so it doesn't really matter. And even with Bayek in the team in the next round, it probably won't matter. Even if we did get through, which we're probably not going to. Oh dear, just when I was praising the centre-backs. Their left full-back has burst up the middle. Hey, Elliot. We are second in the league, but we're like 13 points behind. McNally, absolutely dreadful defending. This is their left wing back who just made a run from a corner up the middle of the park. What is this game trying to tell me? What is it trying to tell me? I really, really can't figure it out at all. I am trying so many different things and nothing is working. 6.8. Bastian is 6.8. Let's try Westwood on for... I mean, who knows? But 2-1, I suppose you can't complain against a First Division team, a Premier League team. I think that they are poor at everything, Elliot, at the moment. When you look at the team comparison. They're good in all areas. The only thing they're not good at compared to the rest of the league is finishing. And they are the worst finishers in the league without a shadow of a doubt. I thought we'd solved that problem by buying a striker. He did start to play well, but he's not going to score in every game. He scored 5 in his last 3 games. He's not going to score in every game. And he had a poor game in the last one against Huddersfield. It's their finishing. Against Huddersfield, we had like 24 chances. And it's so hard to watch because we can't score a goal. And we've had so many chances in this game. And we just can't score. And Bournemouth are in the same problem as us. They are a very poor team for finishing as well. Chance. Why did he not put that ball into the box? There was an opportunity there. And maybe you're right. Its decision making is poor. 3-1. Not good save from Muric. But if we are that poor at things like decision making, concentration, which we're not anyway, how come we are second in the league? That doesn't make any sense to me at all either. But we haven't lost this game yet, but we haven't... we just can't score. Please, FM, stop this nonsense. He wants us to work the ball into the box. It's just finishing. We are the worst finishers in the league. And you can see it. And they're ill-disciplined as well. Their sense of discipline is awful. They take shots from outrageous positions. They're not following instructions. Well, I can't think of what else to do. I've made so many tweaks to this system to try to get the best out of the players. I'm not all that unhappy we're out of the cup, to be honest. Imagine having to face Liverpool in the next round. So I'm not too unhappy to be out of the cup. And I just wonder, because all these players want to leave the club, nobody's coming in for them. Is it that the game is just saying, well, they don't want to play for you? Takor, thank you so much for coming in. We're going to be Saturday. We're going to be a bit earlier. We're going to be 3 p.m. in the afternoon here. So hopefully we will see you on Saturday, Takor. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. I don't know, Elliot. What do you think? It's just like if you've watched this, as I have, obviously, all through this... let's go and have a look at the squad comparison. It's just like, what is going on? So if we look at the team overall, and we look at the physicals, plenty of pace. We've got good pace. They don't seem to use it. Jumping reach is not great. But... generally, in terms of the physicals, the team as a whole is not bad. In terms of the mentals, possibly one of the best teams in the league. Lack leadership, that might be it. I haven't been able to use any loans, Elliot, because the previous manager got me loaned to the max. I can't bring any more in. I was actually hoping that in the January transfer window that one of the other managers might come and take one of the loans back, because they're all terrible. Teller's having an absolute nightmare, but in real life, he's a very good player. But he's having a nightmare here. Can't score to save his life. And so you see, mentals, very, very good. Possibly the best in the league in terms of mentals overall. Technicals, absolutely awesome in terms of our technical ability. Except for, well, finishing has even got better now because we brought that striker in. Finishing was right down here before. So that's improved. But if we look at what's needed to go with finishing, composure. Where is our composure? composure is really good. The tactic that I'm using is a tactic that has worked for every single save team I've been involved with. Preston, Livingston, Benfica, they love it. It's all based around this DLP. That's why I brought Bayek in to play the DLP. DLP just has this license to roam around these areas, and he creates the chances that these boys put away. Off the ball, yeah, is not great, Elliot. So what would you do, Elliot, if off the ball is not great? What would you tell the players? So, like, we certainly don't want him roaming then. Just be more disciplined. So let's take that out. And maybe, if their off the ball isn't that great, I still don't know. Should we actually be just holding our shape? I don't know. What do you think? I just think it's down to the players, that the players don't want to play, and I'm struggling to work it out. I really can't work it out. Let's have a look at the club vision. Satisfied at the moment. They were very disappointed. I was looking at the sack a while back. Blackpool. Oh, please don't tell me they're a bottom of the league club. I think we're going to go and play that game. And do I need to rest them? This is a glitch in the game. I shouldn't have to keep doing that every time. We're going back into bad form again. Just don't want to lose against Blackpool. I want to rest them. Probably rest them for a day. There's so many fixtures coming up that you need to make sure that they're rested. But that was just like another poor result. There have been 2 poor results. Because we simply cannot score goals. We have periods, like we'll play 2 games and we look brilliant at finishing. But we just, I don't know why we can't score goals. I can't work it out. Really weird. And what I think I'm going to do, try and solve this, is just play a really possession-based game. So I'm just going to really look to play possession-based football now. And we're going to just come off the counter and hold our shape. Hold the ball. Just hold the ball. We'll press them, but we're just not going to counter-attack. We're just going to hold our shape. We'll slow it down as well. And in possession, we'll time waste a little bit. Be more disciplined. Dribble less. Play for set pieces and work the ball into the box. Just totally slowed down football. That's what we're going to do now. Yeah, I'm going to play one more. And because I'm so annoyed with what's happening today. And we really need to address this. I'm going to try and pick my strongest team. What I think is my strongest team. Kirkin can come back in. Howard, Bellis, McNally are probably the best 2 to have there. Bayek, and I really don't know who it's best to put in here. Bayek could play as the centre mid. That might be a better choice, and just get Bastian out of the way, or put Brownhill in there where he's out of the way and doesn't take these long shots. Where is Brownhill? He's on the wing actually because of injuries, isn't he? Still have too many players injured. Chill enough, not coming back for a while. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Sort this bench out. Long will have to play as the right back. If injuries occur, but no, because I want 2 midfielders in there. So we'll play. Who can I put on the bench? I don't have a midfield since the Westwood can come onto the bench. So we'll have Cullen and Westwood on the bench. And that's it. That's pretty much. Therese Campbell can come back in. Dervisoglu scored last time, didn't he? So he can come in. And at some point, Twine has got to have a good game. I'll change the role for Twine. Put him on. What's his passing? 14 vision. He's not a playmaker, decent enough playmaker up there. I'll ask him to play him as an attacking mid on attack. Let's try that. It's distancing him a little bit more from Campbell. I can't see. Maybe we'll play him as an advanced forward on attack as well. He wants Kirkin again. He wants to play Kirkin. He's the best fullback that I've got. And Teller on the wing. Why would you want to play Teller? He's awful. But then so is Brownhill at the moment. Let's give Teller a chance. Blackpool should be absolute walkovers. But if you can't score, you don't win games. They should pose no threat to us whatsoever. I actually hope that FM do a lot more work this year. I'll be very disappointed if the game hasn't changed at all when it comes out in 24. If they don't do these things, then they will stop people buying it. People will just say, oh, well, I'm not going to bother. And the game might even disappear at some point, unless they get their act together. If nobody buys it, then the game will disappear. What should I do? I'm going to go and attack them, of course. We want to play positive. I'm going to take the underlap off as well. I don't want him to underlap anymore. Doesn't seem to be having any effect. But nothing seems to be having any effect. So I'm guessing, I'm just trying things to see if we can. You see, again, he wants us to play cautious when they're not going to threaten us too much. But maybe that's it. Maybe we've got to play cautious and not attack teams. Maybe that's it. Maybe what he's telling me is correct. Close him down, left foot. This should be such an easy game. Close him down, right foot. I don't even need to look at that. Yeah, close him down, right. Oh, close him down. It's his left foot that's weak. And hard tackle him. So he's a right fullback playing on the left. But we can put him under pressure. Kevin Stewart, he's not a passer. He's not a ball carrier. He's just a tackler. So we just need to close him down. So don't need to do anything other than close him down. He's probably going to play as a box-to-box. Got the right attributes for a box-to-box. Hard tackle him and tight mark him. And he is obviously the creative force, so we want to tight mark him, hard tackle him, and right foot. Tight mark the creative force. Corbeanu. Oh, I remember Corbeanu. Who was Corbeanu playing for? Was he playing for Livingston or was he playing for Preston? He was playing for Preston, wasn't he, at the time? Yeah, he was playing for Preston. 9, and he's terrible. Left foot hard tackle him. I don't really think we need to just focus too much on their attack. We want to focus on our own game. We should be beating them. Left foot crossing is awful. Just turn him onto his left foot. And Jerry Yates, just need him to be tight marked. Did he have a weaker foot? No. And that's it. We don't really want to concentrate too much on Blackpool. We want to focus on our own performances. Rugby tackle them button. That would be cool, yeah. I think my assistant would go for that. He'd be doing that all the time. I think my assistant is a bit of a bully boy. He just likes to bully people. We're favourites for a reason. I'm expecting to see good, solid defence. I'm expecting this week. What you've done so far has not been good enough. We need to be much, much better. Blackpool, of course, being a local derby, we're going to make sure we actually win this because we'll upset the board and the fans if we don't. And it is Blackpool who've made the better start. Please don't score. FM, please do something nice for me. You know, we can finish. We've just seen we're not as bad as you're making out anymore. So, you know, do something nice for us. Again, all their attacks are pretty much down the middle. They are attacking us a lot. But I need to hold possession, and we are having all the possession, which is good to see. And they just hold the ball. And if they don't have the ball, then they can't score. And that's the idea of playing with that, taking the counter-attack off, so that we just hold the ball. Good place. Oh, for goodness sake. Who was that now? Bastion. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. But we did get it back, I suppose. Yeah, and that's what it should be doing, just holding on to the ball, not doing anything outrageous. We're not... Oh, for goodness sake. That was Scott Twine, was it? No, Teller. Teller in real life is a really good player, but I can't get him to play at all. Cannot get him to play at all. Time wasting is really about slowing the players down. When you want to hold your position, you just want them to keep their shape. So they're not going to concede. So time wasting will mean that they don't take quick throw-ins and give the ball away. That they actually just stop, think, and they make better decisions. And that's the idea behind that. If you don't want to lose a game, which I don't want to lose this game, and I was feeling that I might lose this game, then just make sure you keep the possession. And then one of the ways you can do that is just pushing that time wasting up a little bit, so it makes them take their time a little bit more, not rush things. And we've dominated the game as well. We still just can't score though. And the assistant's saying if we can turn our domination into goals, we'll be doing well. Well, yeah, I'd like that too. I'd really like that too. Oh, boy. I just don't know why we can't score. Oh, are we going to get a penalty here? Just before that. Yeah, we're working it into the box, which is what we should be doing. We're going to get a penalty. We might score a goal, but then we could always miss the penalty. I'm not sure who's going to take it. We don't have great penalty takers. Twine. 1-0. Thankfully, we've got a goal. Oh, we needed that. take a higher tempo with crosses. They will time waste. They are at the bottom. It's also, yeah, one of the things that I will do, and I did not want to lose this game. And so that's why I've just got them focused on keeping possession. I'd even take a draw in this game, but the thing I want to do is make sure we don't lose. I don't want to slide into a run of really bad results. So that's why I'm playing this way, so that they are just going to hold possession, that they're not going to do outrageous things. And at the moment, it's paying off because they're really struggling to break us down. And we've got the goal that puts us in the lead. If we get another one, then we could open up. But now I need to make sure that in transition they're good. And we hopefully win the ball in transition. And then we will take our time. And that's what they're doing. And so, yeah, everything is going well. And I want to keep praising them now. I don't need to change anything at the moment. We're ahead. We're not losing the game. And that's all I set out to do here today, was not lose. And one of the ways you do that is keep possession. But he decided to go on a dribbling run there. And is specifically told not to dribble. Although it just does say dribble less. It doesn't mean they won't dribble at all. But when adding, be more disciplined. So Blackpool have had really nothing to offer. They are coming back into the game. Got to keep an eye on that. But they haven't created any chances. We're dominating possession. We've stopped them having the ball, and that's why it's working. But again, our finishing is an absolute nightmare. Only 2 shots out of 9 on target. This is what I can't understand. Campbell's not having the greatest of game. Let's make some changes. And everybody's tired at the back. Let's bring Maatsen on. Kevin Long, probably, it's difficult to say. Bayer is also tired. Actually, no, let's not take Kirken off. He's the one who's not tired. I'm struggling at right back, really struggling. So Kevin Long will have to play at right back. Bayer's exhausted. Bayek is exhausted now. Let's play Cullen here. I can't do anything about my centre backs. Don't have. I could put Kirkin in here and put Maatsen out on the left. Kirkin's got a little bit more puff left. It's these two again. Dervisoglu and Campbell. Dreadful. Let's put Rodriguez up here. We'll leave Therese Campbell on. He might sneak a goal. Who knows? You never know. Twine is on a 7.1 because he scored the penalty. I mean, it takes in a game against a bottom of the league team like this. It's taken a penalty to actually win the game, if we're going to win the game. And there's no guarantee we're going to win the game. Norwich are winning again. The title has gone. It really is about second to 6th. That's what it's all down to. Anybody else outrageously tired? McNally, you're going to have to stay on, buddy. Can't do anything about you. I'm going to come back to balanced now because I don't want to give it away now with a silly break. And is there anyone else? Bastian hasn't had the best of games. Kirkin is having a bad game now. Bastian, where is he? He's at a 7. He's not been bad. But maybe time to rest him. Oh, let's just hold on to this 3 points. That's all I want to do. Don't do anything silly. Just hold on to the 3 points. I'll go to bed happy. No, in the last episode we had two exceptionally good wins. Of scoring for fun, and now the game is saying no. Remember, you're not the best finishing team in the league, and you saw the first game. It was absolutely dreadful, and against Bournemouth we couldn't score, and now we can't hit a barn door if the barn door fell on us, and it wouldn't surprise me if Blackpool actually get an equaliser here. They've been the stronger team in the last 5 minutes. We do need to keep our shape, and that's why we don't want to go rushing off down the pitch. And that'll do. 1-0 against Blackpool. What was that, Brandon? We didn't play as well as we can, but I'm happy with the result. That's what I'm going to say. I don't know. It's like when we look at the squad comparison, it looks like it's a very good team. Couldn't hit a barn door. Well, this is true. I mean, they are in second place. We have a goal difference of 32. That must mean that we've scored some goals. Let's have a look at the table. Because this whole save doesn't make any sense. We've scored 57 goals, which is only like 8 short of Norwich, and Norwich are just romping away with the championship. So we've scored a lot of goals, but it just doesn't to me make any sense. We keep missing, and we keep going into these like here, Stoke, Swansea, MK Dons. We just put them away. And then suddenly that was my fault. I lost concentration because I was talking to Ethan. I lost concentration in the game and I didn't know what was going on. But then West Brom, and from there we went into what was really a really bad phase. And then we recovered again. We were scoring for fun here. We looked so dangerous against these. And now today, although we haven't lost in the league, we've only lost in the cup, we've still got 4 points out of 6 today. It's just disappointing to watch. I don't know, maybe I'm just too hard on them. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I am just way too hard on them. And I mean, they have scored 57 goals, which is second in the league. So can I really complain? I don't know. I mean, if we can get promoted, then we'll have a bit of budget and most of that squad will be gone. We'll be building a new team. And that is what the aim is, to get that promotion spot, build that new team then as we go into the Prem. I think in terms of the club vision, if I don't get automatic promotion, it is required. So the playoffs were not going to be good enough. I will get sacked. There's no doubt about it. I think I will get sacked if that does not happen. When we went to third, this went to very disappointed. And the notes underneath were like, we're pretty sure that you're going to get back into the automatic promotion place. So I think I will get sacked, and if that doesn't happen. But at the moment, it's all about getting into that second spot. And we're not losing many games. We're just not scoring goals like I would like. We're not dominating games in terms of what I saw at Benfica. I guess I'm spoiled at Benfica. Yeah, I think you're right, Brandon. They just don't have somebody who's taking the game by the scruff all the time. I don't know. It's hard to work this out. I'm really struggling to work this out. And also with the Benfica save, I've been spoilt because they can score goals for fun. They just scored 7 in one game. Although that's about to change as well, because I'm just about to lose all the other players that are decent in that squad. So I've been a bit spoiled, and then have to compare this Burnley team against them. I don't know, it's hard. We just have to get through to the end of the season and see if we can get that second place. I think first place is gone for sure, but we have decent enough fixtures to be able to go through and get second place. That was a good win because I really did just set out not to lose. We could not afford to lose that game, and it worked. And the way to do that is to keep possession, keep the opposition off the ball, and slow everything down. And that worked to perfection. Yeah, I know, Brandon. It's quite scary when you're playing not to lose. What it means is instead of counter-attacking, they're just going to... They still attack, but they're not just going to send players forward. They're just going to win the ball in transition and then slow down and just keep passing it around. They're not going to be bombing up the pitch. What happens is that when you do that, if you then lose the ball in transition yourself, all your players have gone up the pitch and you've got big gaps at the back. So by slowing it down, you're playing not to allow the opposition to score in transition. That's what you're basically doing. And it worked. It worked to perfection there. They were very little threat. And we got the goal, even though it was just a penalty. We got the goal, and then we didn't need to change anything. We got the result we wanted. And after that draw and a defeat, it's really important not to lose the next one. Yeah, Wigan next. Where are Wigan? Yeah, 24th place. Oh, my good God. And yeah, we have to go back to attacking Wigan now. Morale should be up. So, okay, guys, I'll call it a night there. Thanks for coming along. Really do appreciate your support. Don't forget, if you haven't already, leave a like on your way out. And it's a pleasure talking to you guys. And definitely pick up some ideas. And I'm always, especially with Burnley, because A, I don't know what the best team is. I've no idea. And B, I don't know how to play. So I'm always willing to listen to what you say and try things out, because often what I'm doing isn't working. So thanks for coming along, and hopefully we will get that second place and we'll start to build a new Burnley team. If not, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to be here 3 o'clock on Saturday in the afternoon. Hope to see you there. See you soon, guys. Thanks for coming.